Hello, welcome back. A reduction in state revenue has forced the government to revise its budget deficit target for 2014. The revised deficit target was also needed in view of the slowing down of economic growth at just 5.2% in the first quarter of the year.
The government presented its revised budget for 2014 at the House of Representatives on Tuesday. The deficit stands at 2.5% of the gross domestic product. That figure was higher than the 1.69% initially estimated for the year. The deficit is expected to rise because of expected weaker state revenues from both tax and non-tax sources. On the other hand, state expenditure is rising because of the heavy load posed by energy subsidies. To cut down on the deficit, the government is opting to reduce the spending of ministries and state institutions by 100 trillion rupiah to just 538 trillion rupiah. The government also slashed its targeted state revenues from 1,667.1 trillion to just 507.7 trillion rupiah. State expenditure was targeted to stand at 849.4 trillion rupiah. The previous target for expenditure had been 1,842 trillion rupiah.
Tugas yang kita lakukan adalah kita harus jaga anggaran ini yang 2014 itu aman buat pemerintahan baru ketika masuk. Ya, kalau nanti habis selesai pemilu mereka mau datang dengan dia bilang daripada begini mau kita lakukan adjustment aja atau apa, silakan aja nanti bicara dengan itu. Tetapi kan agak sulit untuk mendahului itu kan. Ya kan, karena ini kan kebijakan strategis tinggal berapa bulan, ya. Nah, tetapi semua opsinya dibuka, tetapi pada saat ini ketika APBNP kan harus dimajuin. Saya harus membuat supaya APBNP-nya aman kan.
At the same time, the government also revised almost all assumptions in the macroeconomy for 2014. The revised budget sees economic growth cut down to just 5.5% from the initial 6%. Inflation at 5.3% compared to the initial 5.5% expected, and the rupiah exchange rate to be set at 11,700 to the dollar. The average exchange rate had initially been assumed at 11,500 rupiah to the greenback. The average price of crude oil is maintained at $105 per barrel, with crude lifting cut from the initial 870,000 barrels per day to just 818,000. Gas lifting was also cut from 1,240,000 barrels of oil equivalent per day to 1,224,000. Hatib said that with those new economic assumptions, the finance ministry is optimistic that the economy will be able to grow better next year, backed by external factors as well as improving economic fundamentals.